Hello, everyone. It's Oreos in the Cornfield back again. We have
Martin,
Naomi, and
Jesse.
And then we also have a special gift, which is one of the staff here. You are?
I'm Catherine Norris.
Of course, Yay! Of course. And what do you do here at the high school?
I am the assistant principal, and for this year, I'm also the new tech director.
Ooh. Do you enjoy being the assistant principal?
I do. Yes. I think with all jobs, there are pieces that I enjoy more than others. There are some parts of the job that I do not enjoy. But for the most part, yes. Yeah, I love coming to work every day.
Can you specify? Can you tell us what things make you happy and what things don't?
Yeah. I don't love having to get you guys in trouble for things. So one of my jobs here is that I handle discipline. So like when you get in trouble in class or when we do things that we're not supposed to, I often have to have those kinds of conversations, and those are not my favorite. The things I love getting to go into classes. I love getting to talk with teachers. I love getting to talk to you guys about your goals, things that you want to do, like where you see your life going. I love those pieces. Those fill me up when you guys get in trouble, and I have to do that part too.
Right. Let's see. Why did you choose to become a teacher? Because before you became the assistant principal, you were a geometry teacher.
Yes. Yep. Teacher. Yeah. So I taught math here first. I had a math teacher in, I feel like it was 7th grade, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. It was middle school for sure. That I felt like really had an effect on me. And from there, I just was like, oh, I think I want to do that. And then I just never changed my mind. Like I took an intro to teaching class in high school and I still loved it. And then I took a ton of teaching classes, of course, in college, and I still loved it then. And I loved being a teacher, even when I was here. It's just, I was ready for a new challenge. So I decided to try something else.
If you could go back and change your mind, would you?
No, I don't think I would. Not that teaching was ever easy, it was difficult. But I felt like I just needed something new. You know, sometimes when you feel a little bit like stagnant in your life, like you just need something to change as, like a change to your daily rhythm. And so I just felt like it was time for me to try something else.
Yeah, so we'll know that New Tech is coming to an end. Do you have any key memories or projects you loved about it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun projects. One of the ones that stands out to me the most is this rocket project that we did, where we had them build rockets and we went outside and we launched them, and it was really fun. We lost a few over the neighborhoods and stuff, but I really enjoyed that. I think that project probably stands out to me the most. We did another fun one with Master Spa's hot tubs. I don't know if you've ever seen their hot tubs. They are serious. But they had this engineering issue that they asked us to try to solve. So they actually gave us a hot tub, and we had one here for a little while that we could experiment with, just cool. To see
that is cool.
The flow rate and things out of these different jets. So that was another project that was really fun.
They did the cool stuff when we left.
Literally.
That's crazy.
Bro.
We heard you guys were coming, and
Yeah.
We had to take it down a notch. We can't have too much fun.
Let's see. What does New Tech mean to you?
To me, I think that New Tech means creativity and application. So taking the content and trying to find a unique way to apply it to things that you guys may see, or things that are more familiar to you, trying to make things come alive. I think sometimes in school we have a tendency to feel like this exists in this class or in this textbook and that's all, and we don't always see the value to what we're learning and how it could help us moving forward in whatever pathway we may choose.
Right, like putting it in perspective.
Exactly. Kind of. Yep.
Sorry. What are the least favorite things that you liked about New Tech? I mean, not liked about it. What am I saying? But the things that you may have wanted to change in New Tech when you were in there, of course, because there's probably some improvement you may have thought of, but yeah.
And Just New Tech specifically, or in the high school as a whole?
Whatever you feel. Like maybe
Okay.
like New Tech if you want to start off with that and then go into high school.
Yeah. I think one of the struggles with New Tech was often the group work portion and having students feel like there was not an equal spread of like responsibility. And that was something that I often heard from you guys and that we were actively kind of looking for solutions for, is like, how can we make sure that if we're all working together on this project, that one person doesn't just skate through and not have to do anything. So finding some sort of solution to that, I think, would be my like number one thing that I wish I could have changed, is making that a little bit easier for you guys.
I remember one time we were all doing work. We were making presentations. I don't remember what for, but we were making a presentation. And I was sitting with my group. We were working on it. I did like 4 slides. I looked up the information. I put them on the slides. I decorated the slides. It looked nice. And then they deleted them because they didn't like how it looked. And then they're like, Jesse, you need to work on something. And I was like, well, I did. And then you deleted it. And then they, like, you know how they have to, like, take you out to the hallway with a teacher to be like, hey, this person's not working. Can you, like, put them in check? And I'm like, I did the work, but you got rid of it. So I didn't do anything else because I was, like, petty and mad.
Yeah, because you were mad.
Yeah.
You were taking a stand.
Yeah. Like, you deleted, and plus the person next to me wasn't doing anything. She was just, like, on her phone, scrolling through TikTok, and she was just, like, not doing any work. And they're like, she's doing work. She was moving the same box of text around the same slide. Like, making it, like, one size bigger, changing the font.
Was it Naomi?
Maybe. No.
I would never.
No.
And what's hard is that no matter what you do in your future, like, you will run into people like that in your job. There will always be people who are, you know, like taking the easy way out, or who aren't putting in the same level of work as you are. And one of the things that I appreciate about New Tech is that, you know, we really push to try to like give you the skills to like work through that here in like a safe place where you have support, versus you trying to learn that when you're 19 and at your first job and you're like, okay, how do I handle this person who's not doing anything?
Right.
So yeah, that was always one of my goals.
Let's see here.
You got one?
You are new to being a mother. What's that? How's that going for you? What's it feeling like?
It's good. It's good. It is probably the most rewarding and yet challenging thing that I've done in my life. It is exhausting, yet like the best thing ever.
Right.
Yeah, I really love being a mom. It's hard because you don't really know like what it's going to be like until you are. But yeah, I love it. He's the best.
Did you always see yourself like having kids eventually like?
Yeah, I did. I like kids. It's one of the reasons I like wanted to be a teacher. It's hard to be a teacher if you don't like kids. But this like newborn baby phase is very far removed from my experiences here at the high school with you guys. So yes, it is fun, but I am learning something every single day.
Oh, do you want to tell us a little bit about the baby?
Yeah, Lawrence. His name is Lawrence Paul. He's 9 months old. We're crawling. Ooh. Yes. Yeah, which means that
he's going to get in all your stuff.
Yes, he is finding everything. So I'm quickly learning all of the things that I need to move to a new spot. Yep, he finds shoes and dog toys are our 2 favorite things right now. So that's clean. Yeah. But he laughs a lot. He smiles a lot. He's very opinionated. When he wants a toy, that's what he wants. And yeah, he's great.
He knows what he wants.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, hopefully when he's 15, I'll have a better handle on what's going on from all my experiences with you guys. Yeah. You've trained me.
Do you plan on having any more in the future?
Yeah, I hope to have more kids. I know I loved growing up with siblings, so I would hope like to give him siblings as well. I just liked going home and having people there. I always say like my younger sister is like my best friend, and I would hope to, if it's a brother or sister or whatever, hope to give him a sibling that he could feel the same way about.
Right. Yeah. I know a couple kids who were like single children, and I'm like, wait, you didn't grow up like doing this? Like you weren't fighting over who got to
your
pick
older
the
brother
TV?
didn't terrorize you.
Right. Like you didn't fight.
Like that's
for,
why
like,
I'm strong, is because my brother used to terrorize me.
Right.
He would probably say the same thing about me. I'm sure I was annoying, but
Like,
older brothers are next level.
Right. Like, what do you mean you didn't have to like fight for who got what blanket?
Yeah.
Like,
This will probably date me, but like we had obviously one home computer, and it was in like, we creatively referred to it as the computer room. But I would always like try to ask my brother, like, can I please use the computer? Can I please use the computer? And the answer was always no.
right.
Like, no, because he was already playing a game, or like he was already doing this. Like after he was on it for this extended amount of time, then I finally got to, and it was like time for bed. It's like, okay.
Right, yeah. We had an Xbox 360, like that was the only thing that we had. And like my mom, she'd just be on her phone. And then there's 4 kids, and 2 of them, they're playing the game together. One of them's doing whatever, and I'm just sitting there. Can I play?
Yeah, please. And they're like, no.
Right, and then I'd go whine and cry to my mom, because I'm the youngest. I'm going to whine and cry, and she's going to give me what I want. And she's like, yeah, sure, you can play for an hour. And then she forces the guys to get off. I'm on there for 5-10 minutes, and they're taking it back. The game didn't even like load up. I didn't even get to start the game because it was so like slower.
And you were already done.
Yeah.
It's a hard knock life.
When it comes to your career, like I guess in 5 years or whatever, like do you like feel like you might change anything with your career? Like you're gonna stay in the same place? Like what do you feel about your career?
I wish I had the answer to that question, but I don't. I know you asked me about motherhood earlier, but one of my struggles right now is balancing being a mom with being like here, being
Another
your
mom.
assistant principal. Yes.
Yeah.
And balancing the activities and the different things, and still feeling like I'm giving like Lawrence my all when I go home. I was just telling someone the other day, it's like you feel like you're halfway doing all of the things in your life because there's always something else that you feel like you should be doing, whether it's like, you know, oh, I can't go to this basketball game tonight because it starts after I need to put him to bed. Like
Right.
those kinds of things. So I wish I had an answer, but right now I feel like I can't take on any new tasks. Mm-hmm. So I don't see myself, I guess, moving jobs or pursuing anything different or like moving up until I feel like I have a better grasp on like my balance in like life between home and here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt when I started my first job. I'm still there to this day, but I started in the summer, so I was like, oh, it's fine. And then school started, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like, this is a lot.
What do you mean I got to work 5 days a week and come to school?
Yeah, and all this. It's like 2 jobs.
Yeah, that is 2 jobs, and I'm not even getting paid for one of them.
You're getting paid in grades and knowledge.
They're not very good.
Hey, you want a refund?
Yeah.
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 I don't know why.
We just kind of we just breeze through all
Am
these
I allowed
questions.
to ask you guys a question?
Yeah,
Sure.
go for it.
One of my biggest struggles here is finding ways to motivate you guys. That's like,
Money.
if I, I wish I had that for you. If I had the answer to that, it would make my job easier. And I do not have the answer to that. So what is the best way, do you guys feel like, to motivate the teenage generation?
I mean, I'm pretty good at motivating myself to at least get it done to get the grade. So I don't know, probably just I don't know.
At least you don't know too then.
I'm not a problem child, so I don't really make a fuss when I'm told to do something. I'm just okay.
You just do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm more of a hands-on learner. So, with the electronics and stuff like that, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of zone out a lot of times. So, I don't know. I feel like if like it's people towards me, I guess more hands-on learning, even if it's like, I don't know, doing an activity, you know, because I know like a lot of people, they just like drift off after a while, especially if it's just like a sit down.
Oh yeah,
lesson.
when we do that 10 minutes of silent
Yeah,
reading in
it's not a
English,
good-
I'm out. I am out. I try so hard. I'm fighting. I'm like, okay, I'll read my book, no problem.
You just have the book
2
open
seconds
with your
later.
eyes closed behind it.
Yeah, and I'm like sitting straight up, just dozing off.
That happens sometimes.
It happens to me every day.
Yeah, but like, when I was younger, I don't know. A couple of years ago, I used to like hate the teacher for homework they gave us. But at some point, I just realized that it's actually not the teacher's fault. And I was like, yeah, they're just doing their jobs, and actually they're pretty good at it. So I don't know. That kind of helped me to like get through the stuff without hating the teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I don't think I've met a teacher that I didn't like, unless it was like a substitute. There's substitutes that I don't like. But I like all my teachers. Everybody's so nice and like down to earth. Like, they're not like, you guys need to get all of this work done today. No, no exceptions. If it's not done, whatever. You're getting the F.
Yeah.
But all of our teachers are like, so I want this done by today, but if you're like too busy or like you don't understand it, I'll give you some extra time to do it. Like blah blah blah. Like I'll work with you to get it done. You know.
Yeah, I do feel like our teachers here are very understanding.
Mm-hmm.
From my perspective.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing too, because a lot of like students, if a teacher's just like pushy about it, it's gonna really take it down with the motivation. But like, yeah, if they're really understanding, it does help.
I used to have some really bad anxiety. I wouldn't even raise my hand to ask to go to the bathroom or like for a pencil. If I had to sneeze or cough, I'd hold it in. Wouldn't get up to go sneeze because I was like too scared to get up. Like, oh, what if I get yelled at? Like, what if the teacher's like, you need to sit down. Everybody got to stay in their seats because we're taking a test, but I got to blow my nose. I'm sorry. But now I feel like I'll just raise my hand. I'm like, can I go potty, please? Like, I just yell it to the whole class.
Yeah, you
it's
don't
like,
care
I feel
anymore.
because I feel more comfortable with like our teachers being like, okay, go ahead, do whatever you need to do. I don't care. Well, they're not like I don't care, but you know, they're like, yeah. They don't make me feel as awkward as like the middle school classrooms do. But that's a scary place. It's a scary
There's a
place.
reason I'm not at the middle school.
That door caught me off.
Yeah, me too. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, oh, okay. But
You have any fun plans for summer? It's coming up.
No.
No?
I mean, Lawrence will turn a year. We have a boat in St. Joe that we take out on the lake a lot. I couldn't last year because before he was born, I was paranoid I was going to go into labor, like out on the lake. So I refused to go.
That's smart though.
Yeah, I just thought like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Who wants to have a baby on a boat? Like, you know, so.
It's gonna hurt.
Yes, so I didn't go out on the boat at all last summer, so I'm really excited to do that this summer. Over spring break, he went in the pool for the first time, and he loved it. So we'll probably spend some time in the pool, that kind of stuff.
He's gonna have a pretty chill. He's gonna have a good mom like later in life.
Oh, thanks.
Like he's gonna have it good, you guys.
Thank you. That's nice. It's like being here, you're never quite sure, like, oh, am I doing a good job or not? You know, like, you hope you are, and I hope that I'm helping you guys become better people, because that's, like, my ultimate goal. But once you leave here, it's not like I get an update, like,
Right.
oh, like, they felt like this conversation really helped them, or, like, you know, they've become more disciplined in this way, or whatever it is. And being a mom is kind of like that. Like, on the daily, you don't see the results until, like, later, and you're like, I hope I'm doing a good job.
Right.
I hope I'm doing this right.
You won't see no results until he turns like 15.
Right, and then if he's a little monster, I'll know.
But yeah, well, yeah, honestly, because I know a lot of students too, because you know, like, I guess the people moving in different, like, departments of the school. Because I know, like, a lot of students, like, they don't like teachers. And, like, I get it, you know, it's discipline or because they have attendance to fix and stuff like that. So they're not really happy with it. But it's like, in my position of seeing it, it's like I don't get mad at them anymore because it's like they're doing their job. You know, everyone has a part in the school, whether it's being a student, being a teacher, staff, anything. Like, they have to do their job or they're going to get fired like anybody else in the job industry. Like,
it makes me so mad when the teacher's like, hey guys, you guys need to turn this in because you've had all class to work on it. I didn't give you nothing else. I gave you instructions at the beginning of class. You had like 35, 40 minutes to get it done. And someone's like, what? I have to turn this in? I'm not turning this in. Like, girl, you had all class long. They asked for one thing. It's 5 questions in plain English. It's just like an exit ticket. It's just like, how was your day? What are you gonna do? Blah blah blah. What'd you learn this week? Clearly nothing. It takes 2 seconds to write down. Oh, yep, good weekend. I'm gonna do this, and that. I learned this week because that's what we talked about, and then you can turn it in, and then you're done. And then they cause an issue, or like when they're like, hey, can you like stop talking for a minute so I can say like these instructions for everybody, and then you can do whatever you want as long as you do this. And then they still keep talking.
Oh, I know.
It makes me so angry.
I know, and then they come see me at some point.
Yeah.
I know.
You got to see the aftermath of it all.
I do. Yep.
yeah. Are we good? Or any more questions?
Let's see. It's 2:40. Do you have any more questions for us?
I always have questions for you guys, but I should have thought and prepared more.
I wasn't expecting us to breeze through all these questions in 10, 15 minutes. It just happened.
I think the math side of me is very concise when I answer things. Because even when I've interviewed for jobs and those things, I just answer the question minus a lot of fluff. So I am not surprised that we breeze through the questions because that's just
how you roll.
Yes, that's just how I am, I guess. How do you guys feel about no cell phones at school this year?
I honestly never use my phone in school anyway, unless I'm checking the time or if I have a headphone in during lunch or something. So I usually won't have my phone with me because I'm not using it for it. I don't have no games. Nobody's texting me. What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
literally nothing. So I don't really care. But I get the people who have to update the parents because they're super duper strict or something. I get that.
Yeah, because for me, for instance, I'm not on it half the time, but at the same time, for instance, me, if I need a question, I would usually be on it, but not to distract myself. I definitely use it for my schoolwork. Last year even, I always used it for schoolwork, or maybe I didn't know a question, or maybe I needed to text a friend because I didn't know something because something was important that school day. So
so
that's
hey,
something
do you want to
for
leave
me.
for lunch?
Yeah.
Or, hey, can you do this for me real fast?
And I don't agree with some of the rules, but I understand them. Not having it at lunch because you can't really trust students to put it back in their lockers.
Yeah.
So it's I get it. It's just some of it I don't agree with, but others it's yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I used to use mine in Yankee's class so that because my Chromebook would be dead and he didn't have no charger spots or chargers, so I'd okay, and I'd pull up TCI on my phone and I'd do it that way. Mm-hmm. And he'd see me. He'd be right behind me.
Yeah, honestly, I like the rule because I'm an exchange student here, and I feel like it helped the socialization and meeting new people a lot.
Yeah, because they're not just staring at their phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or probably I would have been the one staring at
Oh, yeah,
phone
yeah.
and
That'd be me too.
Yeah, I thought Martin was so scary.
What?
I thought you were scary.
You thought Martin was scary?
Yeah.
I was the one who was scared.
He probably thought you were scary, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the rule. That's why I was curious.
Yeah.
I love it and I hate it. That's
Yeah.
just but
Yeah.
I like it. I like it because it forces us to connect.
Yeah.
Actually, because I know some kids, they just won't. They'll go all day without talking to nobody. Mm-hmm. But since they're not allowed to have their phones, they're forced to talk to somebody. And then, hey, you made a new friend.
Yeah.
You made a new buckaroo.
It's taking the school day drama down a little bit too, which I appreciate.
It's always funny to listen to that in the hallways.
Yeah.
Or on the school story.
Yeah, every now and then you hear something that you can't unhear. Yes.
I start giggling.
Yep.
wow.
Well, we got 2 minutes, 3 minutes before the bell rings, so we'll wrap it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Probably
Wanna
should.
say any?
I don't got
Thank you
nothing to
guys.
say.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real fun. You were our first choice, so I was happy that we got you.
Yeah.
I'm so honored.
You should be.
I am.
Because I was looking through our list because we had like a set amount of like people that we could pick, and I was like, Miss Norris is on here. I love Miss Norris so much, so I picked you.
Thank you.
And I made sure they were okay with it. They were like, I don't care.
You
Pick
didn't just
somebody.
go rogue and just do it.
No, it was either supposed to be you or Miss Costin.
I don't know Martin that well, so I'm glad he went with the flow.
He's a good kid.
Yes, he is.
He's
I only hear
he's
good
really
things,
sassy.
which is always good. He's never been sent to see me, which is
That's
always a good thing. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of the reason I don't really know that well.
Yeah,
so.
because you don't get in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah, I was
Good
like,
job,
are you guys
Martin.
okay with Miss Norris? He was like, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
And so I had to pull up your picture on like
But,
Power School. Not Power School.
I've seen you in the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah, and probably like at lunch and that
And
kind
like
of thing.
in New Tech, I think you let us in one morning.
Oh, the black box. To let you into,
Oh.
or in the door.
Yeah, in the door.
Okay.
'Cause
Yeah, I probably
I was
did.
there with a couple of kids, and we
Okay.
were, I think too earlier.
Maybe
our bus
too
was
late.
Too late.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
I hope you have a good day.
Got a minute
Thank
left.
you for coming in, answering all of our questions.
Thank you.
And we're out.